Draconia, a land filled with mystery.
Oh man, really need to stop smoking.
So, this is Draconia. It's a full knowledge gateway wargame for 2 to 4 players, ages 12 and up. It's got area control, it's got dice rolling, and it uses victory points instead of player elimination. You know, all the keywords. The game takes about 30 minutes to play, and if I had to rate its complexity level, I'd say it's about 2.5 out of 5. As for the hook of the game, there are two things that make it stand out: the combat mechanics and the speed of the game. Let me show you how the combat mechanics work. You'll notice that the red team over here has a dragon that they're about to send after the yellow team. So he'll move that on over. And because there are two different colored units on the same tile, a battle begins. We'll zoom in and show you a closer look of what that looks like. Here's a closer look at the battle. In battle, the little guys roll the little d6, the medium guys roll the medium d10, and the big guys roll the big d12. Both the attacker and defender get an advantage in battle. The attacker's advantage is that they get to choose which two units fight in a matchup, and then the defender wins tie rolls. Red is the attacker in this case, so they're going to take their dragon and fight the small soldier there. So d6 versus d12. The dragon gets 11, soldier gets a 4, so soldier's gone. The next matchup, the dragon is going to fight the ogre. It's the d10 versus the d12 here. We'll roll that out. Ogre gets a 1, dragon gets a 10, so ogre loses. In this last matchup, we've got a dragon slayer versus a dragon. And as its name implies, the dragon slayer gets an advantage over the dragon because in this matchup, and only in this matchup, the low roll wins. So that d6 gets quite an advantage over the d12. So dragon slayer gets a 3, dragon gets a 12, and dragon's dead, which means yellow wins the battle. As you can see, the battles are lightning quick, and there's very little downtime for players. The game itself goes through an entire narrative arc in 30 minutes, complete with huge battles, piles of gold, and an exciting conclusion that will keep you guessing until the end. While most other games think that having an epic experience means that you need to have a long game, Draconia compresses all that into a neat little package that only takes half an hour. That's right, this is a war game that you can play twice in the amount of time it takes to finish one game of Settlers of Catan. So who's the target market for this game? That would be wargamers, half the hobby market, those looking for something fresh and interesting and who don't mind rolling dice, and wizened old bearded men who like to play in imaginary realms. The game is not for young children, and it's not that there's any mature content, it's that some of the finer strategic points might be lost on a 6-year-old. And it's also not for the other half of the hobby market, those who just can't stand dice mechanics. Draconia has been described as easy to learn but hard to master, so if you're a new player, it's recommended that you play the game twice. The first game you'll get your feet under you and start developing strategies, and the second game will be an all-out war. So if you're looking for something a little different, give Draconia a try.